This video shows how journey plotters' position tools and Gazetteer can be used to calculate the ship's position. 3 examples are presented: a 2-point cross bearing, a single point bearing and distance, and a 3-point cross bearing. This is a logbook page of HM torpedo boat TB36, dated the 10th of September, 1914. Twice she came to anchor that day, the first time at 8:15 a.m. Anchored off May Island, bearings, right tangent, north 10 degrees east, left tangent, south 55 degrees west. Both points can be selected using the corresponding point picker. Click the picker button and select the first point on the map. If you incorrectly placed the point's marker, either redo the operation, or click and drag the marker to its correct position. Enter the bearing to this point. Now do the same for the second point. The bearings are magnetic and have to be corrected to get a true north bearing. Since no magnetic deviation and declination are listed in the log, set the correct date to get the approximate declination automatically. Click the Calculate button to get the ship's position. The calculated position of this 2-point cross bearing is shown on the map. The second time she came to anchor at 10:15 p.m. Anchored off Inchkeith, bearing, Inchkeith Lighthouse, west, 5 cables. Use the Gazetteer to search for Inchkeith Lighthouse to get its position. Set it as point 1 for the position tools by right-clicking the result, then enter the bearing and distance. Set the correct date for the magnetic declination, then click the Calculate button to get the ship's position. The calculated position of this single point bearing and distance is shown on the map. This is a page from a logbook of USS Yorktown showing the events of the 4th of June, 1890. At 8:49 p.m. she arrives at Porto Grande, St. Vincent, Cabo Verde. Bearings at anchor, Pointer do Mora Branca, north 79 degrees west, Bird Island, north, Pointer do Ribeira Julian, north 42 degrees east. First locate Pointer do Mora Branca. Restrict the search to Cabo Verde only. Nothing found, so perhaps the spelling isn't correct. Increase the fuzziness and try again. It can be seen that the correct spelling is Ponta do Moro Branco. Set it as point 1 for the position tools and enter the bearing. Next search for Bird Island. Since the location has to be in the vicinity of Ponta do Moro Branco, restrict the search to the map boundary. There could be more than one Bird Island. It can be seen that Bird Island is an alternative name for Ilha dos Parceiros. Set it as point 2 for the position tools and enter the bearing. Finally, search for Pointer do Ribeira Julian. Set it as 0.3 for the position tools and enter the bearing. The bearings are magnetic and have to be corrected to get a true north bearing. Since no magnetic deviation and declination are listed in the log, set the correct date to get the approximate declination automatically. It is possible to calculate the ship's position using only 2 points, but using all 3 points is more accurate. The latter is the default method when information for 3 points has been entered, but a different method can be selected. Click the Calculate button to get the ship's position. The calculated position of this 3-point cross bearing is shown on the map. It can be seen that the 3 bearings don't cross in a single point. They form a triangular area and the ship's position is the mean position of the area. Thank you for watching this video showing some of the possibilities that Journey Plotter's position tools offer.